Happy Monday, everybody. Donnie B, Learn Pro Recording. You know, the site that not only shows you how to do a little recording, but more importantly, and just as important, how to get paid for it. I'm your mentor and your coach here at Learn Pro Recording. I want to help you guys build, grow, and scale your audio business into something that's going to hashtag quit your day job. Hey, we've been in a series for the last few weeks talking about the tools that I use in my business to help me run my business, build my business, grow my business, that kind of stuff. Now, we're not talking about actually recording anything. We're talking about the tools that I use for marketing, the tools that I use for organizing things, the tools I use to keep track of my equipment, the tools I use to keep track of where everything is, the calendars, things like that. So today I want to bore you even more. Today I want to talk to you even more about accounting software. Yes, accounting software. I know I'm not an accountant. I don't know why I'm even talking to you guys about it. But look, this stuff's pretty important, and it does matter. It's going to come helpful when it comes time to doing taxes and keeping track of just your income and your outgo and where things are going, where your money's spending, where your money's coming from, everything. So if you guys are ready to get started, let's talk about this stuff, because I don't find it particularly exciting or sexy, but it's stuff that has to get done. In our business, we actually use QuickBooks. Now, QuickBooks Online is probably the most popular business accounting software that people use. There are alternatives, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But at QuickBooks Online, it's got an easy setup. It's really quick and simple. Look, honestly, if I can do it, pretty much anybody can. You know, it's not that difficult. It's great for tracking your income and your expenses. It's great for sending estimates and on the go. I can do things from my phone. I could be in the field talking to a potential client and give them an estimate like right now. You know, it connects to our banks, so it's constantly at a moment's notice. I can go see what's in what bank account, how much is there, how much has come in, how much has gone out, that kind of thing. Right there, it's pretty much in real time. I can track projects. I can track my inventory. If you guys have inventory that you're selling, and it kind of matters on how many, let's say, t-shirts. Let's say you need to keep track of how many t-shirts you've sold and how many you have left. And so it lets you know that when you get down to a certain point, you need to order more t-shirts, that kind of thing. QuickBooks is great for that. It prepares and mails my 1099s. We don't hire people. We contract 1099 workers, contract workers. And at the end of the year, for tax time, we have to send them 1099s. It's all done strictly from straight in the QuickBooks. It generates reports. Now, this is the reason that we have QuickBooks. My wife takes care of all of the businessy stuff, all the accounting and banks and everything. She does all that. And she has to have a particular type report for her taxes when they do taxes. She has to have a particular report that some of the other services don't offer. So this is why we have QuickBooks. I do enjoy QuickBooks because it's integrated with my calendar and my booking system. So, for instance, when someone books from my website and it not only puts them on my calendar, which we've talked about in a previous episode a couple weeks ago, it not only puts them on my calendar, but it also generates an invoice in QuickBooks and sends it to them and collects a deposit. And then after their session, the QuickBooks will automatically send them a balance reminder, and they can pay the balance right there online. I actually don't take credit cards. I don't have to deal with money, anything here. Of course, unless somebody's paying cash or Venmo or PayPal, that kind of thing. But regardless, I don't have to do it. When somebody pays us with PayPal or somebody pays us with Venmo, it automatically goes into QuickBooks because we've integrated these accounts into QuickBooks. And it makes life really, really simple. We don't have to do anything. Okay? Auto bill pay. I don't know about you. I'm horrible with trying to remember what credit card bill is due. I'm not really good at that at all. That's kind of the reason my wife does these things, because I suck at it. I've got other things I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about what microphone can I use to make that snare drum sound a little better. You know, I'm terrible. You guys, I agree with you. I am terrible. I don't think about when the bills are due. But I can set up auto pay in QuickBooks and it automatically pays my bills. And it's pretty awesome. I don't know. I'm not that excited about accounting software, but QuickBooks does that's what we use, and that's what I'm familiar with. So there are others. There's actually another one called Xero. It's spelled funny, Xero, but it's pronounced Zero. Now Xero online it's pretty simple. It's again easy to set up. We actually investigated it for a minute. We looked at it for a second. I did find that I had to change the chart of accounts. The accounts are what where the money comes from, and the money comes from, say, studio work or this mixing or mastering kind of stuff. I had to build my own, and not that that's difficult, but I had to go in and actually make my own. That was a little bit more tough. It was tougher than the QuickBooks. So it also tracks incomes and expenses. It sends estimates and invoices. Now, notice the little asterisk next to the sends unlimited in estimates and invoices. That is dependent on which tier you purchase. We're going to look at prices in a sec. It also connects your bank accounts. It tracks your projects and your inventories. It does the payroll and 1099s just like QuickBooks does. Now, there's that asterisk thing. It depends on the tier that you purchase. We're going to talk about that, the money in a second, how much these things cost. So another one that we looked at, which was really well done for freelancers. It would have been perfect. If it was just me doing work as a mix engineer, or just me doing work as a recording engineer, or just me even doing work as a studio, just me doing work. If FreshBooks would have worked fine. I do like FreshBooks. It's a lot cheaper than QuickBooks. Of these three, QuickBooks is the most expensive. But like I said, we have to have it for this certain report that my wife has to have for the tax thing. But FreshBooks would be great for someone that does the freelance work. If it's just you doing work, man, check out FreshBooks because it's again easy setup. It does have invoices and expenses. Of course, it does depend on the tier that you purchase or the tier that you pay for. They actually have a free version, I'm pretty sure. We'll look at that in a sec. Estimates, mobile support. This is huge because, like I said, if you're out in the field and you need to generate an invoice while you're on the gig, you can do that with FreshBooks. I don't think you can do that with Xero. I didn't see where you could do that on Xero. You can accept credit cards and bank transfers right straight into your into your accounting software, which is pretty cool. It puts the money in right away. I mean, if you guys have ever dealt with credit cards, most people today are dealing with credit cards via PayPal or Venmo or Cash App or all these other Zelle. There's other ways to do it, but this is kind of neat. If somebody can pay you online, say somebody needs to pay you a deposit to book you or your services or your studio, and they need to do it with a credit card, they can do it online, and it goes directly into your bank, which is pretty neat. Auto receipt capture. Now, this is pretty cool for keeping track of your expenses. You can basically take a picture of the receipt, and it goes right into FreshBooks, and it puts all the information that you need for your taxes right there. It's actually quite cool. Again, I'm not excited about accounting software, but that's one of these features that's just like, oh, I only have to take a picture of a receipt and it works. Yes, that's all you have to do. So financial and accounting reports. Now, this is where FreshBooks is a little bit lacking for me or for our purposes as far as our business works. Our business has a lot of moving parts. So there's a lot going on. There's just a lot going on with different parts of our business. So there's a lot that has to be done, and QuickBooks generates the reports that we need for that. It basically separates everything that we need. FreshBooks didn't do that. Other than that, I would be using FreshBooks. Honestly, QuickBooks is way more expensive than I think we need to spend, but like I said, my wife has to have these reports, okay? You can invite your accountant to do things in FreshBooks with you, which is pretty cool. I mean, if you guys have an accountant, you can just give them access to your thing and they have access to it. They can go in and clear out, do whatever accountants do. I don't know. Again, I don't want to talk about that. But see the asterisk here, it also depends on which tier that you purchase. So with all of that out of the way, now what we can do is we can talk about how much these things cost, So there is that. Let's check out these websites. This is the QuickBooks website. And as you can see, the simple start is $15 a month. But what you get with that is not that much. You get, a free guided setup. You only get one user, which if it's just you, it doesn't really matter. You can still track income and expenses, capture and organize receipts, maximize tax deductions, mileage. I'm not going to read the whole thing. You guys can see that there. If you really want to know more about these things, go to the website. Check it out. Here though, you're not going to be doing, you only have one e-commerce channel. So if you're selling t-shirts, you can only sell one t-shirt, there's that. So you can't manage and pay your bills with that version. But I think what we have is the plus version. If I'm not mistaken, we have the plus version, which gives us a little bit more. The thing that we might have more than that, because it's the report generation that my wife has to have for these things. But anyway, let's look at the pricing plans for Xero. Again, these start at $13. Not a lot. It doesn't cost a lot, but you only can send 20 invoices. You can only enter 5 bills, which is kind of like, all right, well, I got more than 5 bills, and I definitely want more than 20 clients a month. So with this, you're only going to be able to send 20 invoices, which I think is really, really limited. Xero, again, we looked at it for a second, but once I saw this, and that, it was the same prices at that point, it was the same price as QuickBooks, and it gave us the reports that we needed. If we wanted the reports that we needed from Xero, we would have had to pay the $70 a month. Now, FreshBooks, on the other hand, they have a light version. I thought they had a free version, but what is a light version? This is perfect for freelancers. You can try this one out for free. I think it's a 30-day trial. Try it out, man. See if it works for you. See if it's going to be for you. Again, with the light version, you're limited to only 5 clients. You get unlimited invoices, but you can only do up to 5 clients. You're going to need to be on this one if you have more than 5 clients. This one gives you up to 50. But almost for $30 a month, you get unlimited. There's no big deal on that. The whole system at FreshBooks doesn't generate the report that we need, so we have to continue with QuickBooks. We also have our credit card and our credit card exceptions. Here at the studio, we can accept credit cards, and it runs straight through the QuickBooks. So you might want to look at, if it's just you and you're only generating you only have a couple of clients a month, the $850 a month will work for you. I might suggest going with the plus, but try it out for free. See if it's going to work for you. I mean, that's the biggest thing. You know what I mean? Is trying these things out for free and see if they're going to work for you, because that honestly is pretty much all it takes, is to try these things out and see if it's going to work for you, man. Hopefully you guys got a little bit of information out of this. I've been boring you a lot with the business tools that we use. It's almost over. You guys can hold on, then we'll get back to talking about recording some stuff. But I think this is honestly, I think this is really important that we understand the tools that we use to do these things that we need to do. I mean, these are things that we have to do if we want to, if we plan to grow, if we plan to scale up from where we're at. Look, dude, if it's just you and a microphone and a laptop, I mean, come on, just go do you. But I mean, if you want to scale up and you want to one day quit your day job and do this full time, this is a growth thing. I've had to learn. I'm far from the guy that knows about accounting and softwares and understanding accounting and banks and checkbook considerations and never mind. I don't even want to talk about it. It gives me anxiety. But let me turn something up for you, man. I got you. You need a little bit more. You need to push that vocal out a little bit. I know exactly the tool to go to get that done. But as far as this accounting stuff and taxes, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know about it. So we are going to talk about a couple more things. What do we got more? I got 2 more things coming up. Basically, the website builder, Squarespace is what we use. That's what we're going to talk about next week. But something I'm really excited about, something that's fairly new called Sessions.us. We're going to talk about that in a couple of weeks, and that's going to be awesome. That's basically a Zoom alternative that's even bigger and better than Zoom. I mean, we spent enough time on Zoom in the last couple of years that everybody doesn't like Zoom, but we're going to talk about Sessions.us, which is an alternative to it. If you guys are tired of Zoom, I got you covered. And so if I do want to talk to you about one other thing, there's a workshop available. It's a quick workshop about how to start your business. It's free. Just go sign up for it. It's learnprorecording.com/sign up. It's going to get you into the free workshop. You can go look at the workshop. Once you see the workshop, now there's a deal for you. Something I want to share with you too that you may not know about. We have a membership and a community. The membership and community, the regular price is $37 a month. But if you guys sign up to the workshop at learnprorecording.com/sign up, you're going to get a coupon. Basically, you're going to get access to the membership for $27. You're going to save $10, And it's also going to grandfather you in to always being at $27 just because you went and looked at my free workshop. And the workshop's about 30, 40 minutes, but there's some healthy information in there that I think might make you a better business owner. That's what you are. You are a CEO. You need to act like one. No, look, that's what we are. Honestly, if you think deep and hard about it, that's what we are. We are CEOs of our own companies, and we need to start acting like that. So keep track of your money, keep track of where it comes from, where it goes to, and when it's time to do taxes, you're gonna be all set. And you can thank me later, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, have a great week. This is Monday, and we got a full week ahead of us, and there's some cool stuff gonna be coming up. I will see you guys on the blog post on Wednesday, and have a great week. We'll see you on the next one. My name is Donnie B. I am out of here.